was 100%, yes, I want to be a guest contributor, but I was like, I'm really not going to do the program because March, April, and May obviously are my very busy months for our nursery business. And I'm like, ugh, I just can't commit. But I was doing a consistent exercise routine myself. So I was already doing a little exercise, but I was definitely not challenging myself. I was not doing a variety that I needed to do to strengthen myself. I really needed this, and I didn't realize how much I needed it until I did it. You know, there was a lot of chit chat in the group among these women, and I wanted to be a part of it. I wanted to know what they were talking about, but I also saw the accountability and the community that had come together in this small group of women. And I'm like, I need this. I want this. And so I messaged Mackenzie and I was like, I want to pay for this. I could have done the group for free, but I just saw the value in it. And I also I know myself really well. If I don't invest, if I don't put some money down, or I don't have any skin in the game, my follow through is my track record's pretty poor. So I knew it was worth the investment. I'd seen a week's worth of the value and knew that it was worth more than what I was paying even. And it's true. It has changed my mental attitude toward exercise. It's changed a lot of things. Like I said, I've forgiven myself for a lot of things. You don't know the things you don't know. I mean, you just know what you know. And I hadn't really approached exercise from your standpoint. In my head, exercise was all or nothing. And if you couldn't get to the gym for 60 minutes every day and you couldn't pump some serious iron, or, you know, in my head, I would have it that I'd have to do 30 minutes of cardio and then strength afterwards and all the things. Like, I just didn't have time for that I had a new baby and a lot of other things happening in my life. So you just made it so simple for me. And that's what I needed. It's a financial investment, yes, but it's worth every freaking penny.
All I ask in the program is 30 minutes a day for your workout, and then an hour a week, we do a weekly coaching call. Yep. And with everything that you have going on, which is so much stuff, yep, you were able to fit it in.
Yep. Yeah. And I tried my best to be at the coaching calls because there is value in being in that community together. But if I couldn't make it, I committed to watching the replays, because that's where that mindset shifted. That's where I learned some of the things that helped me reshape my thoughts around exercise and health and wellness and all of the things. It's not just about exercise. It's about wellness, wholeness, wellness, and your entire being. And you ladies have changed my life, literally. So it feels really good and amazing to say that. I feel more confident. I feel lighter. Yeah, I'm a totally different person than I was 6 months ago.
Like you said, it is about so much more than working out. So it's a 3-month-long program. And the first month we kind of tackle the physical aspect of it, like in terms of exercise and moving your body and recovery. And then the second month of it, we cover a lot of food and nutrition-based stuff. And then the third month of it is a lot more of the mental aspect of it. Because like you said, it does require changing a lot of the thoughts that we have around what it means to work out, what it means to eat healthy and be healthy and feel well. And so it's almost, we tackle them in order of difficulty, because getting moving, you know, anybody can just go walk for 5 minutes. You don't need equipment. Yep. You don't need fancy clothes. You don't need any of that. And then we get into the food side of things, like I said, because it's so complicated. There is way too much information out there about food, and it's so dang confusing. And that is why I love having Renata as a guest contributor to the group, because she makes it so dang simple. It's so easy. Like she's got, you know, like her few pillars, and if you do that, you're doing it right.
The women that took part in the Summer Slim Down, I still connect with them online, and I'm still working out with them. That's another, I think you should talk about Saturday mornings, because that's a huge perk of the program.
So Saturday mornings, I do live workouts via Zoom. Again, only 30 minutes, but it is Saturday morning to get your weekend started, your day started, and we all show up live on Zoom, ready to sweat, ready to work hard. and it is fun. Sometimes it's really hard. Sometimes there are lots of laughs. We have a couple of women who their kids are right in the room with them. Sometimes they serve as the weight or if they're doing planks, kids are crawling in and out. So it ends up being a really fun time to connect with the other women who are on a very similar journey that we're all just trying to get healthy one day at a time.
I love starting my Saturday morning with that. And I really was worried and hesitant. I didn't think I would be able to make space or time for it, even because the nursery opens at 9 and, you know, during our busy season. And I did, I made space for it because I knew it was something I needed, and I don't regret it at all. I'm still doing them.
So it's a 3-month program, which I know for some people can seem like a really long time. Can you share with everyone your experience about the 3 months, kind of the progress that you made over that 3 months, and then where you're at now?
The summer slim down was 3 months long, and it went way too fast. I connected to the group so much, and it was exactly what I needed at that time. I think that just says something about you. I mean, we're friends outside of it, but I think that that's who your clients are. They're your friends, and you care about them, and you care about their progress, and you want them to do well. And I think that's really special. So it's not just I'm signing up for this program and you're just another number in the millions of people that are signed up for it. It's a very tailored, and it's not one-on-one obviously, but you do get one-on-one calls, which I think are, very generous of you to add to the program. And it's just a really good program overall. If you need, it's so good. If you need some help or accountability or getting going on some exercise routine, it's not just exercise though, but just some routines and belonging to a group of women that want the same things. You just can't find that anywhere else. So.
After graduating college, I really got lost in how to kind of achieve my goals and stay fit and stay kind of as active as I wanted to be. And I bounced around with a ton of different programs. Like if you name it, I tried it. I tried following Instagram people. I tried joining gyms. I tried, workout videos, and just, I always would get in a rut and not be able to come out of it, or I would get disinterested or bored really, or overworked. And it just didn't jive with my team attitude. I needed that group setting, but I also, as a full-time working mom during a pandemic, I needed the ability to work out on my own schedule. And I just wasn't finding anything that married those two very different concepts of like a workout program. And so that is kind of, I think, where you and I connected on it too, is, as you said, hey, I've got this thing that I'm going to try. This is what it looks like. And it just really ticked a bunch of boxes for me.
And you were getting ready for a big event that you had on the calendar too.
Yeah.
And it involved a somewhat unforgiving satin dress,
boy.
If I remember correctly.
If there is a forgiving satin dress out there, I would love to know about it. But yeah, I was going to be maid of honor in my twin sister's wedding. And she picked, against my wishes, these satin dresses, which were, they were interesting, and I love them. And they ended up looking really, really great in the photos. And I'm glad that she went with what she went. But when I went into those harsh dressing room lights and tried on the dress in the wrong size, in the wrong color, just my stomach, just the pit of my stomach, I thought, I'm going to ruin this wedding. I'm just going to ruin this wedding with my appearance, with all these lumps and bumps. And when I looked in the mirror, I saw, not to disparage it, but like mom bod. I didn't see my bod. And so that was another big motivator, was to be really comfortable on that day when I was going to be around friends and family. I didn't want any distractions from how enjoyable the day was going to be.
The end results, were you happy in that satin dress on that day?
Oh, girl, I looked fantastic. I cannot wait for pictures to be posted of this, because I felt like $1 million. It was, and I got so many compliments, and it even paid off too. Halfway through the program was the bachelorette party in Vegas with swimsuits, and anybody who's had a kid knows the swimsuit game can be kind of up and down. Well, for anybody, the swimsuit game can be up and down. So the program timing couldn't have been better for me, because got to Vegas totally 100% confident. And then it just took off, even more after that to the wedding. And yeah, I rocked that dress.
So what if somebody's like, well, what is the program? Like, what does it feel like? What do we do? How would you put it?
So I would put it kind of what I was seeing before. It is definitely a team atmosphere. You are in my eyes, you were the coach. And I know that you present yourself that way sometimes. A lot of the times it felt like you were a friend as well, or that you were just another member of the group. But the group dynamic was very open, very honest, very lighthearted. And I really loved our group chats on, I think it was Wednesdays, that we all would get together on like a Zoom call. And that just kind of redefined the team atmosphere for me. It was so nice to just know that those ladies were running into the same kind of little hiccups that I was running into, or if they found a way that was successful, that would give me something to try and really know that like a real live human had tried it and that it would work. I don't know. I could go on so many tangents about how much I like this, but it was really great. It's a giant variety of things. You really paid attention to if we all had the same kind of issue. Like I know we all talked about pelvic floor issues. And so you kind of addressed that within the group. You brought in a specialist. And then I know some of our workouts address that issue as well. You paid attention to kind of the direction the group was taking it and kept the workouts challenging but attainable at the same time. And I think that would be kind of, if I had to cookie cutter the group at all, it would be challenging but attainable team setting and work out on your own schedule. Like I know some of the girls worked out at 5 o'clock in the morning, that it was astounding to me that people wake up that early. I always did my workouts at 10 or 11 o'clock at night, and that worked too. And it was so easy to find the 30 minutes a day once I knew that everyone else is doing it too. And I saw that it was repeatable as well. It'll address everything. It's a great program. If you are a mom that doesn't get to leave the house because you work from home and also have a toddler, like if you need that social interaction and if that enhances something for you, having that camaraderie, then this is a great way to do that, but still be on your own schedule and still have a little bit of privacy as well, because you control what you post, you control how often you post, and like you control your input level, but you can still be present. So if you're a little bit shy too, which I kind of was at the beginning, then I don't know, you can just kind of feel people out. And I really feel like I made friends along the way. Like I have not been one to really reach out to people online before or participate in anything online. And I still talk with the people from our group. That I think was something I didn't expect out of it, but was one of the best things.
From day 1 to day 90, what would you say is the biggest change that you noticed in yourself?
So biggest change in myself is definitely my confidence. So I, like I told you, when I tried on that satin dress, I don't think I'd really stared at myself in a mirror, like a full length mirror, in a very long time. And it punched me in the gut because in my head, I was still, a long distance cross country runner, and that was the shape that I had. And so seeing this mature lady's body in front of me was shocking. And so getting that, like the strength of my body and, felt better in my clothes, more energy, I was sleeping better, and I was eating better after those discussions that we had. So overall body confidence and positivity towards working out. Before it was always, when I was trying to work out on my own without a team, it was a punishment. Like, oh, you had Taco Bell last night, you definitely need to go run 3 miles today. Or, oh, you haven't worked out in 10 days. How are you ever going to do this? Now you have to do 10 days worth of workouts in 2 days. And that was a giant mind shift for me as well. And building the confidence in, hey, just do what you can do. Just control what you can control, let go of things that didn't get accomplished, and just start every day fresh and going in every day with the confidence, like, I can do this and it's okay. Like whatever I can do is great. Really, it just changed my whole perspective. And like I said, just relayed everything, just compiled into extra confidence for me.